The Mariner Mission to Venus by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Covering notes. Prepared for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration by the Staff, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, California Institute of Technology. Compiled by Harold J. Wheellock. Forward by W. H. Pickering, Director, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, California Institute of Technology. Library of Congress Catalogue Card Number 63-17489. This book describes one phase of the U.S. civilian space program, the journey of the Mariner spacecraft to the vicinity of Venus and beyond. It reports upon the measurements taken during a flyby on December 14, 1962, when Mariner reached a point 21,598 miles from the planet and 36 million miles from Earth. Communication with the spacecraft was continued up to a distance of approximately 54 million miles from Earth. The Mariner mission was a project of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, carried out under contract number NAS 7-100 by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, California Institute of Technology. Forward. For many centuries, scientific information about the planets and the vast void that separates them has been collected by astronomers observing from the surface of the Earth. Now, with the flight of Mariner 2, we suddenly have in our hands some 90 million bits of experimental data measured in the region between Earth and the planet Venus. Thus, man for the first time has succeeded in sending his instruments far into the depths of space, and indeed in placing them near another planet. A whole new area of experimental astronomy has been opened up. This book is a brief record of the Mariner project to date, and is designed to explain in general terms the preliminary conclusions. Actually, it will be months or years before all of the data from Mariner 2 has been completely analysed. The most important data were the measurements made in the vicinity of the planet Venus, but it should also be noted that many weeks of interplanetary environmental measurements have given us new insight into some of the basic physical phenomena of the solar system. The trajectory data have provided new, more accurate measurements of the solar system. The engineering measurements of the performance of the spacecraft will be of inestimable value in the design of future spacecraft. Thus, the Mariner 2 spacecraft to Venus not only looks at Venus, but gives us space scientists and engineers information helpful in a wide variety of space ventures. A project such as Mariner 2 is first a vast engineering task. Many thousands of man-hours are required to design the complex automatic equipment which must operate perfectly in the harsh environment of space. Every detail of the system must be studied and analysed. The operations required to carry out the mission must be understood and performed with precision. A successful mission requires every member of the entire project team to do his task perfectly, whether it be the error of a designer, mechanic, mathematician, technician, operator, or test engineer. A single mistake, or a faulty piece of workmanship, may cause the failure of the entire mission. Space projects abound with examples of the old saying, "For want of a nail, the shoe was lost," and so on, until the kingdom is lost. Only when every member of the project team is conscious of his responsibility will space projects consistently succeed. The Mariner 2 project started with the Lunar and Planetary Projects Office of the Office of Space Sciences at NASA in Washington. Jet Propulsion Laboratory, California Institute of Technology personnel provided the main body of the team effort. They were heavily supported by industrial contractors building many of the sub-assemblies of the spacecraft, by scientists planning and designing the scientific experiments, and by the Air Force, which supplied the launching rockets. Several thousand men and women had some direct part in the Mariner project. It would be impossible to list all of those who made some special contribution, but each and every member of the project performed his job accurately, on time, and to the highest standards. Mariner 2 is only a prelude to NASA's program of unmanned missions to planets. Missions to Mars, as well as Venus, will be carried out. Spacecraft will not only fly by the planets as did Mariner 2, but capsules will be landed, and spacecraft will be put into orbit about the planets. The next mission in the Mariner series will be a flyby of the planet Mars in 1965. By the end of the decade, where will we be exploring? What new planets will mariners have found? Will there be life on Mars, or on any other planet of the solar system? What causes the red spot on Jupiter? What is at the heart of a comet? These and many other questions await answers obtained by our future spacecraft. Mariner 2 is just the beginning. W. H. Pickering, Director, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, California Institute of Technology, April 1963.